What's up, guys? Welcome back to the LOM podcast. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my main channel, Jay Lyons. It will be linked in the description. So thank you if you do that. And if not, enjoy this episode. Peace. First, what we should do is post for a thumbnail so I can crop us out and put us on the thumbnail.
Cool.
All right, so just make a face.
A face?
Yeah.
Can I just sit down like this? And just be like...
Yeah, you can do that. Just do whatever you want.
Do the fuckboy face.
Yeah, just do that and just hold it for 5 seconds, all right? All right, I think that's good. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the LOM podcast. I'm your host, Jay Lyons, and I'm here with TastyBeats by yours truly. Oh, sorry, I guess I should have let you introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm TastyBeats. What's up?
TastyBeats by yours truly. So yeah, he's joining me on the podcast, second guest.
Number 2. In the making. We should have done this on Tuesday, but here we are.
Yeah, no, this podcast is first of all, the episode is late, but then it was late recording.
What episode is this? 65?
I think it's 65.
66?
It's one of those. Probably 65. I think it's 65, but I'm not sure.
Okay. So this was supposed to be filmed on Tuesday, and you would have released it on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's my fault.
But because
because
you were
had
late.
to sleep. Yeah. I gotta sleep, bro.
I was thinking about getting up early Wednesday and recording an episode, but I was so damn tired. And so I was like, no, this episode's just going to be late. And so this is probably going to come out tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Okay. Well, I'm just letting them know. I guess they'll know because it's out. But yeah, I was just going to film it, edit it tonight, and then upload it.
That works. So how's life been for you?
For me, just a lot of work, honestly. Schoolwork, work, YouTube work, just a lot of work.
Damn. Well, I'm pretty much done with school. Got one more class starting in late June, June 27th or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Then I graduate and I'm done, with school forever, hopefully.
For sure.
I don't want to get a master's degree or anything like that. But I just want to work.
Mm-hmm.
Something else other than schoolwork, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm just getting tired of just the assignments and all the bullshit. I'm just fuck this shit. This is bullshit.
Yeah, I was talking to Haley the other day, and she's like, "Oh, you gonna go and get your doctorate?" And I was like, "Fuck no, dude."
Doctorate?
Yeah, that's way more school.
Hell no. You will never catch me getting a fucking PhD. I'm not doing that shit.
The only thing that I want would be just to be called a doctor, but I don't need to do 8 more years of school just to be called a doctor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm not getting a doctorate, bro. Fuck that. That's some bullshit.
But yeah, just a lot of work recently. Working on another short film in one of my classes. We actually wrapped filming yesterday, which I was honestly surprised. I thought it was going to take another 2 days or something like that to finish filming, but we managed to just bang it out one afternoon.
Damn. How did the short film sessions go? You just show up and just film the scenes? Or is there preparation behind it?
I mean, there's low key. I mean, yeah, obviously there's preparation. But in terms of filming days, the only thing that we really need to prepare for is just getting the equipment ready and setting it up. But there was a lot of stuff that was going into the short film before. We were brainstorming ideas, writing up a script, and camera shots, location scouting, and all that stuff. And so
Right.
all that was the past 2 weeks or something like that. And so we managed to get all that squared away, and then we did all our filming this week. and we managed to finish it this week because our main actor, he was like going out of town for the next week.
Mm-hmm.
And so if we didn't finish filming, then we would have had to finish like the last week of school because this is a shorter summer term. It's like the 6-week session. And so we literally just have 2 more weeks. And yeah, so I was like, hopefully we get this done this week. But honestly, I didn't think it was going to happen. But we did it. And our actors were amazing. I don't know if you listened to any of the other episodes, but there was like a class that I was taking spring semester where we did 2 short films, and we got paired up with these 2 actors from the acting class, and I shat on them a lot in the episodes because they were bad actors, and it pissed me off trying to shoot those films. But this time we managed to we were able to choose which actors we wanted, and so we're like, hey, this dude's a really good actor, this person's a really good actor, we want them. And so we asked them. They were cool, and they came in.
What do you mean shit on them? You just said I
just talked about how bad they were. Yeah.
Like to their face?
No. It was on the podcast.
Oh, okay. I was like, shit.
No.
Like, dude,
We
say your
didn't say
fucking. Are you like, say your fucking line, bro? Say your fucking line.
No, I mean, I didn't tell them to their face that they sucked, but for a while, all of us, our entire production team was trying to tell them what we were looking for, and they just wouldn't do it. There was, for our second short film, the female lead, she had to look disgusted throughout the entire film. And so we told her, dude, just look like you're disgusted. And she's like, okay. And then she was smiling the entire time. And we're like, is that really your disgusted face? She looked as happy as she can be. And it managed, it was actually for the better because we weren't able to finish the film. It was about these 2 people on a date. And we only had
I heard
half
this
the
on
film.
Luke's podcast.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I talked about the end of it. And
Yeah.
so, yeah. It just ended up being 2 people on a date having a great time. That was our second film.
Damn.
But that's what we were dealing with. We were just straight up look disgusted, and then she did the complete opposite. And we're like, how are you gonna act?
How are you an actor?
I know. It was
how are you gonna make it? Look fucking disgusted.
Yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't really that hard. I mean, just be like, ew, just
ew.
That's all she had to do. And she's just like, I'm like, you bitch.
This bitch doesn't know how to fucking act. Yeah.
But yeah, so we got these other 2 actors, and I mean, our main actor, he's actually a theater actor. That's what he wants to do. And so he was taking this shit seriously because, I mean, theater actors are way more into their acting than I would say movie actors are.
Yes, for sure.
Because they gotta do their shit in one take
in
front of everyone. And so they really go in. And so this dude was amazing. I was amazed. I was I congratulated him 20 times throughout filming. I was like, dude, great job. That was awesome. And he's like, hey, thanks.
Yeah. I mean, I like to watch this show called FBI, and the actors you could tell every time that they film an episode, it's always the same dramatic pauses, and I'm like, why do they do this shit? Could they just be a little bit more natural about it instead of doing the same dramatic pause every single time? And they make the same faces and shit, and I'm like, okay, it becomes comedic at one point. You see it so much, it's dude, he's doing that face again,
Yeah.
And I just die every time. If you just watch one episode of FBI, you'll catch on to it. They do this shit every single episode. They say the same lines. It's almost the same scenarios, but just in a different context.
Yeah, it's kind of after a while, why does this shit surprise you anymore?
Well,
why
I
are you
watching
so shocked?
I like watching it because it's kind of entertaining. I watch it with my dad, but it's funny as fuck. You start to watch it for that dramatic stuff. You start to watch it for just the shock factor, because sometimes there's a random death that's not supposed to happen, and you're like, oh shit, that shit just happened, But other than that, it's kind of whatever.
Yeah, it's like was it kind of like that NCIS stuff?
Yeah, a little bit. Have you seen was Law and Order?
I've seen a few.
Law and Order is, I think the guy that made Law and Order is like the same guy that made FBI.
That dude's really into legal shit.
Yeah, he makes like a million shows. He's made FBI Most Wanted, Law and Order, pretty much all the Law and Orders, Chicago PD. I don't know if there's Chicago Fire Department or something like that. He makes like all these crazy shows. Like most of them are kind of shitty in my opinion. Like me
Mhm.
and my dad, we only watch FBI and FBI Most Wanted. That's it. Everything else is trash to me.
Did he do Criminal Minds, or was that someone else?
Maybe. I'm not entirely sure though.
Yeah,
Is it dramatic, Criminal Minds?
I don't know. I actually haven't watched it,
Yeah.
but like it's been recommended to me like a shit ton of times, and every time I try to sit down and start watching it, I realize that there's like 18 seasons or something like that. And I'm like, there's no way I'm watching all this, and so I just
Yeah,
haven't started it.
No, like Criminal Minds, if it's anything like a drama, he might have written it. But I just know this guy is really into that stuff.
I mean, it's about criminals. I mean, it's got to be dramatic, right?
Yeah.
It seems like it's in the same realm as Law and Order and FBI and all that you were just talking about.
Yeah. But I fuck with that type of show. Like FBI,
Mm-hmm.
shit's the shit.
But no, like NCIS and all that.
Thing is, I've never really like gone out my way to watch NCIS.
Yeah, no, I mean I haven't either. But like my
I don't even know what
grandparents.
NCIS really means. What does that mean?
Oh, like what does it stand for?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
But what is the show about?
It's about criminal investigations.
Okay.
It's basically like an FBI team. And like
Okay.
I don't watch it, but like my grandparents like to watch it. So whenever I go down to South Florida to visit, that show is like always on. And so I don't want to change it because it's their TV. And so sometimes I just sit and I kind of watch it. And it's, you got the stereotype where you have the leader, right? And then you got like the nerdy person who's like, who looks goth and all that shit. Like they don't look like anyone else. Everyone's in like suits and ties and all that stuff. And there's like this one person that's wearing like a
Edgy.
denim jacket.
The edgy girl.
Yeah. And they're just like, they're really good on computers. It's like, there's like 10 different NCIS shows. Like there's like NCIS Los Angeles or something, NCIS Miami and all this stuff. But they're like, the entire team is like exactly the same, just different actors.
Right.
And it's like the same thing. Something crazy happens and they're like, oh my God, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. And I'm like, last episode, you just saw a dude going to wood chipper. How is this like surprising to you?
That's right. Like they'll just get disgusted at the most random shit.
Yeah.
Like the dude will get like shot, but then they'll like see someone fall from a building and they'll be like, eh. Like what?
Yeah.
You just saw a dude fall to his death and his head exploded basically. Like what the fuck? You know? What kind of bullshit is that? You'll get shocked at a dude like shooting himself, but you won't get shocked at the same type of suicide falling from a building. What?
Yeah.
I think falling from a building is much more fucked up.
Yeah, no, that's a lot more fucked up. To also have to witness that.
Yeah, and like the actors, like they'll be like sick to their stomach, like they can't even point their gun anymore. And I'm like, dude, come on. You're like so desensitized to a dude falling from a building, but like he shoots himself in the head in front of you, like, and you're like gonna throw up, like really?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
But come on, they got to build tension, They got to make stuff intense
Yeah.
for the viewer.
mean, could be a little bit more realistic, because if I saw a dude falling from a building, I'd be scarred.
Well, if it was realistic, it wouldn't be a drama. It'd just be a reality show. Like Cops.
Yeah. That kind of makes it better.
Cops is better.
No, it doesn't have to be like reality show type, but just to have like some sort of realism in your show or in your writing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. But also, like I said, you got to build tension. You know, you got to make drama.
Yeah.
So they're probably just in the writing room, just like, okay, how can we do like the most crazy shit ever, just to freak out the audience?
Right. Well, just gotta do a better job. Because these motherfuckers, they just suck.
Yeah. So if the writers of those shows are listening, do better. That's what Tasty
Be
is
more
saying.
spontaneous too. Stop writing the same shit. You know what I mean?
So make it different, but realistic.
Yes.
That will make the show better.
And they always have these like go-to lines. Like this guy will commit a crime, and at the end they'll be like, "Oh yeah, he doesn't even have like a parking ticket or whatever." And like they say that every single episode.
Oh, yeah.
Like, "Oh, does he have a criminal history?" And he's like, "Not even a parking ticket."
Yeah.
Or like, "Not even jaywalking ticket." Like it's always some sort of variation of that.
Yeah, no,
Not even
that's
a
in
littering
everything.
ticket. Like, what can you? You say that every episode. You just change like one word. They just like insert petty crime here. Like that's really what it feels like.
Well, I mean, you can't just say no. You know,
Mm.
you have to be smart with it. You'd be like, not even a parking ticket.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
But also, that's like, okay, but what about like a speeding ticket? Got one of those? Like, is
Not
parking
even a
ticket really like the lowest crime you can commit, so to speak? Like a parking ticket?
Yes, would think so.
Really? I don't know.
Or jaywalking.
Yeah, jaywalking, but
Apparently, pissing in public is higher than all of those.
well, yeah, that's like human waste.
I don't see it as a big deal. I've pissed I've pissed all over the place. Hopefully the cops aren't watching me. Hopefully they're not watching this podcast.
Oh my god.
Because I've pissed all over the place, man. Literally. I've pissed at UCF. Pissed at BM.
Bro.
I've pissed everywhere, bro.
Well, I'm never going to UCF then. I would need to be walking by and be like, yeah, that's where Tasty left his mark.
It was always after midnight when like no one was on campus. So
Oh, okay. Well, then it's okay. It's not against the law.
you know, you can get in a lot of trouble if you get caught, bro. Like you better like be super discreet about it. And you better
I just
better
don't.
do it in a dark corner. If you don't do it in a dark corner, you're like fucked.
Or I just go in a bathroom.
Dude, you don't understand. Could you imagine going like 12 hours without taking a piss? And you had to walk back from the football stadium all the way to your car, which is on the other side of campus. Walking from one end of the campus to the other end of the campus is like a whole mile. Maybe a mile and a half. I don't know. That's what it feels like, at least. It's like a good 25-minute walk. Easy. So I'm like, I haven't pissed in 12 hours. It's the end of a football game. I just put away all my shit. And I'm like, I'm feeling like I'm going to piss myself. So I'm like, all right. Everybody's just walking home. I'm just going to find a dark corner right behind the business building. So I'm just going to let it loose. And there's porta potties outside. And I'm like, I'm not touching no fucking dirty ass porta potty. Fuck that shit. And I just pee right next to a tree. And I'm like, all right, cool. Pee.
Okay, but you came from the stadium. Aren't there bathrooms at the stadium?
No, I had the urge to pee after I left the stadium. As I'm walking to my car.
See, you don't go before you leave?
No.
Bro. Every time I go to like a football game or a movie or something like that, I always go right before I leave. Just so I don't have to go in the middle of the drive and be like, oh, fuck. I got to piss. But I'm in a car now.
The other time I had to pee was right after a test. Like I was taking a test. It was like midnight after I finished the test because it was at a testing center. And you know me, I always have to wait last minute until, to take test.
Mm-hmm.
If it's due at 11:59 and I have an hour and a half to take it, I'm going to show up at 10:30. That's what I do. So right after the test, I was like, fuck. All the buildings are closed. Like literally, I walked outside And I was like, shit, gotta pee. Like, I don't know what it is with UCF, but like they close every single building, and they close like all the bathrooms are basically closed. I'm like, fuck. Where the fuck am I gonna pee? Because I really need to pee.
They don't do a thing where you can like scan your ID card and get into like any building at any time?
No.
Really?
Well, if there is that, I've never heard of that shit.
Have you ever tried it?
Where the fuck would I scan my ID?
Usually on like school buildings, like at colleges, there's like a scan pad like right next to the door, and you put your ID up to it, and it's like an RFID chip,
No.
and it unlocks the door.
There's no RFID chip on my shit.
What's like in the card?
I guarantee you there's none of that in my card.
How do you know? You never tried it.
You want to see it?
It doesn't matter. Like, okay, so when I went to school up in Maine, okay, like my ID just looked like a regular ID. Like, you know, it doesn't look like there's any chip on it or in it, but there is a chip in it because like you would go up to a scan pad and I would put my ID up to it and it would unlock the door anytime, any building.
Mm-hmm.
So like sometimes
Yeah, no.
it'll be like midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning and I need to get into a building. I just scan it and I go in. And like all the classrooms are open too. So like you can go and study in any classroom that you want at any time.
No, there's none of that at UCF. When they close that bitch, they close that bitch.
I mean, I can't say because I've never. Well, I mean, I don't want to say I've never been to UCF because I have, but I've never really been to UCF because I never went to school there. But I seriously doubt that. There's got to be a scan pad.
At 1 a.m.? No, all the buildings are closed, bro. All the buildings are closed.
Well, during the day, they're all unlocked. Like even
they're
at Maine.
unlocked, but even then, like, there's not like a ready to go bathroom like right there. You know.
You have so many bathrooms in all the buildings. I bet you can open them up with your ID card. I mean, there's got to be.
Highly no. I can guarantee you. I would have known about it.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I would have known.
Hey, you know what? Maybe we'll take a drive over there.
After this?
Yeah, it's like right down the street.
I guess.
We can go down there, check a building.
Gotta go to Bahama Breeze. I wanted to go to Bahama Breeze with my friend, but he works till 6. You know.
So do you want to go to Bahama Breeze?
I'll be down.
Let's go to Bahama Breeze after this.
Eat some shrimp. That's what I'm gonna eat. Happy hours at 4 though.
We can make that.
The only thing is I gotta leave at 4:30, like on the dot. Like I'm leaving at 4:30.
Why? What are you doing up?
Cause I gotta get ready for something later. The dance thing.
Oh, the dance thing.
Yeah.
Your Latin dancing.
Yeah. Gotta be there at 8.
You know, I was actually talking about your dancing thing last episode.
Oh really?
I don't know if you listened, but I was talking about how we went to Port Canaveral.
Right.
And I said how you invited me to go to your dance thing, but I had work to do. And so I apologize for not being able to make it to your dance thing.
You'll make it like next week.
Yeah, so, like I'll go.
Next week you'll go?
Is it on Friday next week?
Yeah.
All right, maybe I'll go.
Yeah, you'll have fun.
So what's the dress code?
Everybody always asks me that shit. I don't know why.
Well, because you're the one who goes.
I hate that question because like I'll tell them like there really isn't any, and then they just don't believe me. And then they're like, but what should I wear? And I'm like, just wear whatever you think looks nice or whatever you're comfortable in.
Okay, but some people would say like gym shorts and a tank top. Is that like acceptable? Like, could you wear that theoretically?
I mean, you could. That's not necessarily something you would wear out to go dancing, but you could go as dressed down as you want or as dressed up as you want.
Well, basically, like what I'm asking is like, typically, what is the average dude who wears? Like, what do you wear?
I typically wear a button-up shirt, and I could wear pants like these, like joggers and Converse.
Right.
It's pretty dressed down. That's usually what I wear on a Friday. That's really dressed down for me. I just wear joggers, Converse, and a button-up shirt, which is kind of ghetto if you think about it. But if you wore like jeans and a button-up shirt and maybe like some dress shoes or Vans or whatever the fuck you want, really, that's cool too. Girls, girls usually are just trying to like attract dudes, so like they'll wear like a little lingerie top or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and like short shorts or whatever, depending on like how casual they want to be, or they'll wear like a nice romper or a blouse or a dress or whatever. I usually do see heels, a lot of heels. That's a big deal when you're dancing.
Heels.
Yeah, the girls wear a lot of heels. But the guys overall, like, generally, jeans, button-up shirt. Um, that's really it.
So
They
button-up
get all
shirt.
flashy too. Like, it just depends on the night you're going. If it's on a Friday, I dress pretty casually. Like, I go with a hat. That's how casually I go.
Okay.
You know. And when I go with a hat, that means I don't give a fuck.
Oh, does that?
Yes.
So you don't give a fuck right
Well,
now?
it's just I'm just lazy. I just want to get out of bed and just go. But
Thanks. That makes me feel so special.
tonight, when I'm going out to this thing, you already know, like, I'm gonna be all pimped out. You know what I mean?
Oh, tonight you're gonna be pimped out.
Yeah.
But it's a Friday.
Maybe not all the way. I might go casual actually. It just depends.
Okay, but typically Friday's like a casual, or is Friday?
It doesn't
pimped out?
have to be casual. I go casual.
Okay.
I save all the fancy shit for Saturday. And when I mean fancy shit, I usually dress up like really heavy, like I'm going to a wedding.
Oh, okay.
Like shirt, slacks, vest, tie, dress shoes.
Sports coat?
No coat or jacket. I don't wear any of that. But definitely like a vest. And I could kind of consider myself like the best dressed there. I don't want to say that,
No, you could say it. You could
but
flex a
like
little bit.
in terms of like dressing up for like formality, I'm definitely like the best dressed there. But like style wise, probably not, because they come up with these like crazy styles, and I'm like, damn, I wish I had that money to buy that kind of clothes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because they'll be buying some nice ass clothes and shit. So
Like Gucci, Louis Vuitton.
no, not so much that, but like just the way like the clothes look, like it just looks.
Like they're tailored.
No,
No. Okay.
they look like, Prince, right? You know
The
how
singer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know how he always wore like crazy shit.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say they're wearing crazy shit like that, but you know how his clothes, like, they look kind of like surreal. Some people do kind of wear that surreal stuff,
Mm-hmm.
mainly with the shoes and mainly with their pants or their shirt. There's something, one little thing that sticks out on their outfit or whatever.
Okay.
But I don't really have any like something that sticks out on my outfit when I go fancy. Maybe just the vest.
You could get like fancy glasses, kind of.
I don't think glasses is my vibe.
I think it could be. Like typically, like when you wear your dress up thing, like what color is like popping on your stuff?
I usually go. Well, it just depends on what kind of shirt I'm wearing. Is it a white shirt or a black shirt?
I don't know. What is it?
It's both. White shirt, black shirt. Which one?
I guess we'll go a white shirt.
White shirt, I would wear a black vest, red tie.
Okay, red tie. So red will probably be the color that pops, right?
Yeah, definitely red.
So if you got glasses that had like a red tint lens on it, like not like seeing glasses, but just like fashion glasses.
Yeah.
I think that would look dope. I mean,
Yeah.
I got blue ones because I got like an electric blue tie, and I also got like a blue sports coat that's like
Right.
the same. And so when I wear those two, I wear those glasses. It makes me look real fancy.
You know, there was this one guy. He literally looked homeless, but he was like a really good dancer. Then he's getting this girl's number, and it was like the girl I just danced with, and I'm like, this girl is way too dressed up for him.
Right.
And this dude literally looked like he just rolled out of OBT,
Mm-hmm.
smoking some crack or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, he just looked, his clothes were like all torn and shit. Like, that was part of his style. I get it. But like, it looked bad.
Yeah.
But yet he was able to get this girl's number. I was like, what the fuck? This is bullshit. What kind of bullshit is that?
I don't know. Maybe because you didn't get her number. You should have asked for her number. Then she would have seen that dude and said, sorry, I'm going with Tasty over there.
That girl was fine as fuck. But when I saw that, I was like, this is bullshit, bro. I'm literally dressed in a vest, tie. I'm like dressed all the way down or up, I mean.
Yeah.
And this guy's dressed like a homeless person, literally. Like, he's got shorts that I don't know what like they're cut up. Like, it looked like joggers, and he like cut them. Looks like he cut them up like right here.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he cut up gray joggers and to the knee. And then he took his shirt and like he just took a knife and just like made slashes in the back and then made a man bun. That's what he looked like. And he had glasses.
That's what he was wearing to like your
Yes.
formal dress thing?
It was a very hipster style. I'm not against it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, why would you wear that on a Saturday night?
Yeah, just for like that setting.
Yeah,
it's
like
probably...
I would wear that on a Friday night. Like, I would think you would dress a little bit more, formally on a Saturday, or just more dressed up, like
right.
casual formal, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, but no, like this dude was like, I get that style, but I was like, you look at the way she's dressed up, she's wearing like a nice, crop top with some really nice jeans and some heels, right? And here he is like homeless.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? How the hell did he get her number? And I'm like, it's because he's a good dancer. That's what it is. So I'm like, all right, it's cool. It's got to get better at dancing.
But also he asked. So
That's true. I'm not that ballsy.
would you consider yourself a good dancer?
I'm an okay dancer. Okay.
So do you think the homeless dude was better than you?
Oh yeah, by far.
Oh really?
Because he knows sensual bachata, and I don't know sensual bachata. That's what I'm going to this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Like,
that's where you're going to learn, or that's where you're going to practice?
Yeah, all the classes are like sensual bachata, and I'm gonna learn all that shit. But once I learn it, it's over. It's over for you bitches, bro.
You're gonna start showing up in like a cut up joggers and a cut up t-shirt.
Yeah,
getting
no.
girls' numbers.
Next week, I'm hoping I'm like exponentially better at dancing.
Exponentially.
Yes.
Well, I mean, how long ago was this homeless dude dancing? Like, how long ago did this happen?
Like last Sunday.
Oh. So you're hoping to skyrocket for this class.
When was May 29th? Oh yeah, it was like on Sunday.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. That's when I saw him.
Today's like what, the 3rd of June? So yeah.
Yeah, when I saw him I was like, this is bullshit. You just got to get better at it,
And then ask.
And then ask like, yo, can I have your number? I don't know. I've always had this idea that asking for a girl's number is like kind of strange. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah.
Especially in that context, like, that's the one thing I hate about dancing. Like, you're just dancing, you don't really talk. You just dance, you have a good time, and that's it. You might ask for her name, but that's literally all you're gonna ask. Like, you're not gonna have a full blown conversation like, oh yeah, where are you from? Like, or you come here often, or some bullshit like that.
But that's what they do in the movies.
That's what they do in the movies, right? But you're focusing on doing the moves and stuff and just having a good time. I guess you could, like, right after the dance, you could ask her, like, hey, can I buy you a drink or whatever? I've never done that. But I guess you could. But dancing is mainly like a thing of like, if you're liked, you're gonna know with your eyes. Like,
With your eyes.
yeah, like it just depends on how they feel at the end of the dance. Do they give you a hug, or do they give you like 2 high fives? I usually automatically go for 2 high fives. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, that was a good dance or whatever. But if they give you a hug, like immediately, like they sometimes go for a hug by default, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I usually go for 2 high fives, just not to be, because sometimes like dudes they'll just be going for hugs like creepily.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of creepy people, especially the older women, bro. They just be like hug. This one woman, she hugged me and then she kissed me on the neck. I was like, I just wanted to vomit. I was like, what the fuck? She would, dude. I guarantee you, she was like a little bit tipsy. She's like, oh yeah, I'm a ballroom dancer. You're so handsome.
Isn't that technically like assault though? To just
What?
like kiss someone
On
without
the neck?
without their permission?
On the neck though?
I would still say so.
Yeah. It's not really enough.
I would consider that.
It's kind of that girly privilege though.
Hey, if she did that to me, I would have considered that. So I'll be like, bitch.
Well,
Did I say?
there's a difference. If a girl kisses a guy in the neck without him wanting it, nobody gives a shit. But if a guy kisses a girl in the neck, oh, hell's gonna break loose, man.
Yeah, but it's still assault in both ways.
We live in a double standard society, bro. This is how it is.
I guess. But for at least me,
The fuck was that?
that was just our door. Sometimes it does that, you know.
Got a ghost in this house, bro.
Yeah, we gotta take care of that.
Yeah.
But I was just gonna say, for me personally, I would consider that assault in both ways.
Damn.
No matter what the world says, I'd be like, hey, it's still assault.
You know, some of my biggest mistakes dancing is either choosing women that are too old. The reason that I would dance with an older woman is just to practice, or just because like everybody else is taken. Because the issue with dancing is you have to like move to the next partner immediately. Like there's like a 5 to 10 second window to find another person to dance with. After that 5 to 10 seconds is up, like the dance floor is full, you're done. There might be some stragglers on the sidelines and whatever, but like that girl you wanted to dance with, she's probably already dancing with somebody else already. So you better find her in 5 to 10 seconds, or you better be dancing near her with somebody else, like with an agenda in mind, like, all right, I see her, I'm gonna dance with her later. All right, cool. And I just hate it when like you have all this preparation and like you're walking up to them, someone's like asking them as you're walking up to them. I'm like, fuck. What the fuck? Had that shit. That's happened so many times, and it can like be like back to back to back songs. And you're like, shit. You know?
You gotta get close, like real fast. So right when that song ends, you just turn and look right at her and be like, hey, you want to dance the next one? Let's do it.
Some of these girls, like they're like really sought out to the point where like, well, if they're good dancers and they have friends there, you're also kind of screwed, because they're going to want to dance with people they know. So if she doesn't know you, yeah, you're going to have a tough time, because she could have like dancers lined up, or she could have somebody in her own mind like, oh yeah, I wanted to dance with this guy, so like not right now, you know. So even if you did go up to her, she could already have somebody else in mind that she wants to dance with.
Well, yeah.
So she might tell you like next song, or you know, whatever.
And then the next song just never happens.
The next song never happens. I kid you not, bro. This one girl, she was looking for the other guy that she wanted to dance with. she's like, oh yeah, if I can't find him, like we can dance. And like she literally like looks around, standing right behind me, and I'm like, well, I guess the guy's not here. And like she just sits right down, and I'm like, girl, what the fuck?
Damn.
That was cold, bro. That was cold.
Okay, but also, honestly, if she was like, "Hey, if I don't find this other dude, then I'll dance with you," I would have been like, "All right, well then, fuck you. I'll just find someone
Yeah,
else."
my mentality with dancing is if they say no once, like I'm just not gonna dance with you anymore. This is simple.
Yeah,
It's very simple.
yeah.
It's nothing sinister about it. That's just how I am. Well, it depends on who it is too.
I was gonna say it depends on how you're let down. You know, if she just says no, I'm good, then I'll be like, okay.
It depends on who it is too. If she's someone I know and she's like, "Oh yeah, I just want to take a break," I understand that. So I'll just like move on.
Right.
I just won't think nothing of it. But there are some girls that are like, "Oh yeah, I don't want to dance right now," but like they just don't want to dance at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay. And I'll just like move on and I just won't ask them again because I don't know. They either just don't fuck with me, they're intimidated by me. Some girls, they look at me and they're like, you look angry as fuck. Like this one short girl, she straight up told me like, you look angry and sad as fuck. I'm like, okay, that's one hell of an introduction.
Angry and sad.
And that's one hell of an introduction. All right, cool. And I'm like, no, I'm doing good. Are you good? And she's like, yeah, I'm good. Dude, that same dance, I shouldered her in the face by accident.
Oh my god.
The same dance, bro. So, do you know what a dip is?
Yeah, where you're like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, I dipped her. And since she's so short, bro, like, I dipped her and, like, fucking shouldered her in the chin.
Oof.
Dude, I felt so bad. One of the worst mistakes.
Yeah.
I've done it, like, to a few different girls by accident. And even if you're thinking about it, trying not to do it, you kind of do it anyways.
Damn, so either they don't know the dip is coming or you're just moving too fast.
Well, that time when I did it with her, I didn't give a fuck. Like because I was still learning. I was still learning how to do dips. And when I dipped her, like, shoulder to the face, she was like, oh my God, this dude just fucking shouldered me in the face. And I was like, and I felt some contact on my shoulder. I was like, did I just shoulder her in the face, bro? And she's like, oh crap, did I hit you in the face? Like, I realized, like, strong possibility. I just fucked her up, you know? She's like, oh yeah, no, but it's cool, it's cool. I was like, no, it's not. I'm sorry. That was not cool. Should have been more careful. And it just ruins the whole night.
Yeah.
Well, the dance with her, especially since she started off like, oh, you look angry and sad. I'm like, okay, thanks.
Yeah, now she thought you did that on purpose to like get back at her. Be like,
Yeah, no.
take this.
If you're like significantly taller than your partner and you dip her, good chance you're going to shoulder her in the face. But if she's your height, very unlikely that you're going to shoulder her in the face. Very unlikely.
Well, are there any women that are around 6'1"? Because that's how tall I am.
You could find, if she's on the taller side, like 5'8", and she's wearing like 4-inch heels, she could probably get up there.
Yeah, because I mean that would be 6 foot.
She doesn't have to be your exact height, 6'1".
Well, no, but I'm just saying, like,
She could be like 5'11".
yeah,
You know, flats. You could, very unlikely that you'll shoulder her in the face. I'd say if you're like 6'1" and she's like, 5'3", like, yeah, you could definitely shoulder her in the face. Easy.
yeah. I mean, I was gonna say, isn't like the average height for women like 5'2" or something, or like 5'5"?
Like 5'5", I would say. But yeah, dude, you just gotta be careful. This other lady, dude, I fucked her up. Like, there was like this like sexy head roll. Like you put your arm on their shoulder, and you like they go like under your arm. So like they're giving this class and whatever, and I'm like,
Mike.
oh, they're giving this class and whatever, and I'm like looking at the instructor, and I'm like doing the head roll on her, dude. I forearmed her in the chin, and I was like, holy shit, bro. I just fucked her up. And she was like an older lady too, like 65.
Oh my god, dude.
Because in the class, you're like rotating with partners and stuff. And I'm like, oh my god, are you okay? She's like, yeah, I'm fine. You know, as long as I'm not bleeding, right? And I'm like, okay. I'm like, damn. And the move was called a karate chop. And she said, I guess you're taking the karate chop really seriously. And I'm like, oh my god. I felt so bad, dude, because she was such a nice lady.
Dude, you need to be more careful. Be more vigilant
Yeah.
with your dancing.
But after that, head rolls are fucking cool too. But I don't think she was helping herself, because I guarantee you if it was a younger girl, she would make that head roll look sexy and smooth. This girl was like super awkward with it. She was like, and I was like, you gotta be like fucking whipping that hair around and shit.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but the older women tend to be more awkward with all that sexy shit, because you know they're not baddies anymore.
I guess, yeah.
But if they're young, it also depends on their personality too. Like, if they have like a really like super outgoing, like I'm trying to be sexy as fuck personality, they're gonna do that head roll like really smooth,
Right.
and the way that you would want to see it. And it's super satisfying when you get it down. I'm probably gonna do a few tonight, like learn how to do it like properly, because I'm kind of awkward putting my hand around her neck doing that. Because part of the reason, like, I kind of feel bad, like I don't want to mess up their hair, because their hair just like gets all over the face. And I remember I'll like go to socials, I'll do that head roll thing, literally the girl ends up like looking like the Grudge, like all of her hair is on her face, and then she's like literally like smiling through her hair. And I was like, oh, this one girl was smiling through her hair like after I did that shit, and I was like, why the fuck is she smiling? It just looks so weird. And then the next turn that I did on her, that's when she like whipped all her hair out of her face, but she was waiting for me to do that. So like if I never like turned her,
Yeah.
all her hair would have been on her the rest of the dance. So that's part of the reason I don't like to do head rolls, is because of that one mistake, and their hair kind of gets all over their face, and then I kind of just don't know how to get it out of their face.
Right.
Because you're holding their hands right, and they don't want to like fucking take their hair out of their face or whatever. They just kind of go with like the natural motion of the dance to get it out.
Damn, so how do they see what's going down with like their hair in their face?
Well, you got to learn how to do it right. So I don't know how to do it right. Like you're supposed to, it just depends on how exaggerated they do their hair flip too.
Well, yeah, but like how do they continue on the dance after their hair gets in their face? They just kind of like hope for the best, hope you're leading them well.
Yeah. I mean, it looks kind of funny, to be honest.
I bet, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's always hilarious to me.
So like when you guys do these dances, like when you have your socials or whatever and you dance, how do you know like when you're going to do a certain move? Like how do you know when a head roll is coming or something, or doing a dip? Like do you tell them, or do you just like start going in the motion? They're like, oh, okay, I guess we're doing this now.
You think you go dancing and you're like, all right, I'm going to dip you down. No, you don't do that shit.
Well, I'm asking, like, how does the partner know, or you know what you're going to do?
That's a good question to ask, because when I first started dancing, I thought that's how you let the partner know. Like, all right, I'm going to spin you now. Like, I thought that's how you do it. No, that is not how you do it. when I learned that, I was like, I'm fucking stupid. Why would you let your partner know that you're gonna do something like that? You
To
just
give
do
them
it.
a heads up.
You just do it.
Okay.
It's called leading. So you're leading. There's like prep signals and stuff like that to let her know that you're gonna do this. So, like if you're gonna do like a basic turn, you're gonna raise your hand on 3, and she's gonna turn on 4, and it's like common knowledge kind of thing.
Man, I gotta learn how to dance.
Yeah, and when you're communicating with her with your hands and your body and your motions, but that's how you do it. You don't tell her, yeah, I'm gonna do this exact move, and we're gonna do it right now. Like, you don't do that.
Right.
I'm gonna dip you right now, and I'm gonna do it like right this second. Like, that's not how you do it. You go with the flow. It's all on the lead, which is the guy usually, to do it. The girls are usually the follows. Very few. I've never seen a guy that's a follow. But
There's gotta be one out there though.
I've never seen it. But I have seen girls that like to lead. Usually because they like other girls. But I have seen that.
Have you ever tried to be a follow? To see like what it's like on the other side?
Yeah, like playing around. Yeah, I have. It's kind of weird.
It is?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Well, I mean,
You're
probably
like,
you gotta
you're
be
like,
super vigilant the whole time because you have to prepare. Be like, okay, what are they doing?
it feels like you're being controlled, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah.
Like,
Because I
but
mean, low key,
also,
that's kind of what's happening, right?
to be a follow, you have to lack resistance. That's the number one. Because the girls that are new, like, since they don't know a lot, they don't have a lot of experience, they'll do a turn. Like, the lead will signal for a turn, and the follow will, like, resist it. Like, are you telling me to turn? Like, no, that's not how it's supposed to be. When they signal, you just do it. You know what I mean? And the lead will guide you through it. But like sometimes he'll be guiding you through it, and then they'll resist it. They'll resist the guide. So if you want to be a bad follow, resist every guide that your lead is doing. Because you're literally going to be like you're not going to have a good time.
Yeah.
And that's only for beginners usually. If they're resisting what you're doing, that means that they don't know what you're trying to communicate to them, or they might be trying too hard, or I don't know. If you're on a more experienced level, it's either you're not leading it correctly, she doesn't have enough experience, or she's trying too hard to do what you're trying to do. But
Right.
if she's brand new and she's resisting a lot, that just means she's new. She just doesn't have a lot of experience. But yeah, but
That's
following,
that's what she said.
you need the experience though. You need the experience.
Everyone needs practice.
Yeah, it's always on the lead to lead the dance. You're only as good as the moves that you know. As a follow, if you're a good follow and you could like take cues, you could be pretty crappy, like overall. But if you know how to follow and like kind of go with the flow, you'll look fucking amazing because you know how to follow.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you're not the one leading. It's the guy that's leading. It's up to the guy to know what he's doing.
And you know what you're doing, right? For the most part.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing, but I just wish I knew more. That's why I'm going to this weekend thing.
Yeah, so you could be like the homeless dude.
Yes. No, there was this other guy, way better. He always likes to wear one of those like French hats.
Like a beret?
Beret, yeah. Excuse me. Just burped into the mic.
That's good.
This dude is fucking amazing, bro. And like everybody would like just sit in the corner and be like, oh my God, like how the fuck is he doing all these moves and shit? Like all the girls wanted to dance with him. And I was like, I got to get to that level, bro.
Yeah.
But he's doing a lot of things that I don't understand how to do. So if you don't understand how to do something and you try it, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10, you're going to fuck it up.
Yeah.
And it's going to come out looking awkward. And yeah, it's better not to figure things out at a social. You got to practice it and get it down a few times and reps and reps and reps. I could get things down in like one class. And
Nice.
if I really didn't get it down that class, that means it was pretty hard.
So you ever had anything that was pretty hard?
Huh?
Have you ever had anything that was pretty
Yeah,
hard?
multiple times. Most of the confusion comes on the hand placement. Like, you don't know which hand you're using. So, like, if I was to grab your right hand, right? And the teacher's teaching it, they could be like, all right, this is what we're going to do and whatever. But, like, it just went so fast, you don't know what hand he used to pull her. So you could be using the left hand, but you're supposed to be using your right hand.
Mm-hmm.
You could be turning on the outside, but you're supposed to be turning inside. There's a whole bunch of things that you could be doing wrong. Your right hand's over the left hand's over the right hand. There's like a lot of details that you could easily miss if they don't explain it. And they usually don't explain it. Because they explain it in other ways, but a lot of the confusion comes from hand placement, arm placement, and that is where the hardness, the difficulty level comes from.
Right.
Because they'll teach something really fast and you're going to be like, what the fuck did I just see? Like, there's going to be multiple moments where you're going to be like, what the fuck did I just look at?
Yeah.
You're like, you want me to do that? Yeah. That's the issue.
But that only happens a few times to you?
I don't want to say a few times. That happens pretty often. When I first started out, like in February, like going to classes outside of UCF, because I started in October. Hang on, someone texted me. When I started going to classes outside of UCF, it was kind of like, holy fuck, like this is like crazy. This guy, I'll never forget the first routine that he did. Like, he was doing like 50 spins. Well, it felt like 50 spins.
Yeah.
But it was probably like two or three spins. Like, he'll do like one spin with the girl. Like, they'll just like rotate and shit. And then like, he'll do all this crazy shit. Like, she'll go through his arms and whatever. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then he'll teach it at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And I'm like, what the fuck is this dude doing? And he's like, all right, you got it? All right, let's do it. I'm like, what? Can I have a minute to process this? Like,
Yeah.
Can you do it like, a few more times? He's like, no, let's go. I'm like, what? Like, he's like, dude, this is advanced. Like, you should have known. Oh, fuck.
You're brand new, and he's like, "This is advanced. You should have known."
Well,
I wasn't. Have no beginner class?
I wasn't brand new per se, because at the UCF classes, I've taken enough classes. Like, I was in the intermediate class at UCF, but there was no intermediate class at this place that I was at, Salsa
Okay.
Heat. They have beginner and advanced. And beginner looked way too simple for me based on what they were doing and what they were covering.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, I guess I'm advanced. I'm just going to do advanced. I'm glad I did, because that actually helped me progress a lot faster. Like, I just picked up a lot newer things, and it makes you learn faster.
Yeah.
it forces you to pick things up faster and get used to the fact that there's a pace, and you better like, you know, analyze shit, learn it fast.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that.
Well, yeah. I don't know if I would have gone to advanced first though, but
I
that's
was
just me.
ballsy. I mean, I was like,
I would have tried beginner. You know.
I did try beginner once. Like, I showed up late to that one class, and the lady, she didn't even charge me for the class because I was like there was literally like 10 minutes left in the class.
Mm-hmm.
And I showed up and I was like, all right, I guess I'll just stay for the end of beginner. And the beginner class is like an hour long. I show up in the last 10 minutes. They already had the whole routine down. Dude, I learned the routine in like 5 minutes. Like, that's how simple it was,
Yeah.
you know?
Damn, so that's quite the jump. You know, from beginner to advanced, if it's like that easy.
Yes, it's a huge jump. It's a huge jump.
Damn. Now I'm kind of having second guesses about going to this dance thing.
No, you good.
You sure? Because I know nothing about
Well,
dancing.
I think they've changed it up a little bit now, because when I did beginner, it was always... Well, when I did beginner, it just depends on who's teaching beginner and who's teaching advanced.
Okay.
So there's this guy named Amar, and dude is like super chill. He's from Venezuela. When he teaches advanced, I love it, because he teaches advanced and he actually explains what he's doing.
Okay.
But if it's the other guy, Haram, that's the guy where I took the advanced class with him, and he was going at 1,000,000 miles per hour, and he's like, yeah, let's do it. If he's teaching advanced, you're fucked, because he's not going to explain anything.
Damn.
But if Amar is teaching beginner, he'll make it like too beginner. Like, he'll make it like super like basic.
Yeah.
And Haram, he'll make it like pretty like,
medium.
yeah, medium at beginner. So Haram will make it too hard in advanced. Amar will make it easier in advanced. Haram will make it just right in beginner. So, okay, basically, Amar makes it just right in advanced. Haram makes it just right in beginner.
Mm-hmm.
In the opposite, if they go to the opposite class, Haram is making it too hard for advanced, and Amar is making it too hard for beginner, or too easy for beginner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
A little bit confusing, but I think I got it.
yeah. Well, it makes sense in my head.
Man, so you got this dancing thing tonight. You doing anything for the weekend?
Dancing.
More dancing?
It's the whole weekend.
Oh, is this the whole weekend event that you were wanting to do or something like that?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I bought the tickets last night.
Nice.
It's like $150.
So do you stay someplace or
No.
No? Okay.
It's a place in Castleberry. But they're gonna give like classes. The classes tonight are from 8 to 9, 9 to 10, so like 8 to 10 basically. And then after that, it's gonna be like a social. That's like where you just hang out and like you dance with random people or hang out, socialize, and whatever.
Right.
That's gonna be from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Then the night's done. We just come back tomorrow. Like, I'll just go home. I'll go to sleep and whatever. Then I'll come back at noon, and we'll have class until like, there's gonna be like blocks like 12 to 1:30, 2 to 3:30, 4 to 5. At 5, that's when the classes end. We come back at 10. And that's when we do another social from 10 to 2. Then the following day, it'll be the same shit. We come back at 12, 12 to 1:30, 2 to 3:30, 3:30 is the last class. We come back at 5 p.m. this time. Social ends at 9. Then we're done.
Wow.
So it's like dancing like the whole freaking day.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Minus the morning. But you're coming back at 2 a.m. so you're like going to be sleeping. At least that's what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for real.
But I'm probably going to be wasting a lot of gas this weekend because I'll be going home, right? Right now. Like right after we're done. Like,
yeah.
Are you actually down for Bahama Breeze, or are you just saying that?
Hey, okay, so how far along are we? We're like an hour in, so like another hour, it's gonna be like close to 4. And if you're wanting to go home at 4:30, there's no point in going.
You could order food and get out there in like 45 minutes.
Okay, but I don't want to rush things.
If
we want to do Bahama Breeze, we'll just do it at a different time.
Just want to eat though.
Oh, well, I mean, you can go, but I probably won't go.
We can go somewhere else that's not Bahama Breeze. Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. Sure.
That's a lot faster.
Well, yeah, it's fast food.
Huh. It's funny.
Actually, no, Chick-fil-A will probably be a long time because, I mean, I don't know the Chick-fil-A's you've seen, but every Chick-fil-A I see is like, it's always packed, like 24/7.
I don't think so much anymore.
But hey, the one over here is always packed. Yeah.
What about the one on University?
That one's probably even more packed.
Nah.
All right, we'll try.
Anyways. Yeah, dancing. Got to get into it, man. It's fun.
Someday I will, but honestly, with these advanced stories, I'm starting to worry about going. Because I'll probably pull up and they're like, okay, we're going to do a simple 2-step, and I'm going to be like, I can't. I don't know how to do that.
Dude, literally everybody starts somewhere.
Well, yeah, I know, but
you got to have...
I want to be the homeless dude. I want to walk in and already be the homeless dude.
You got to put in the work.
I mean, I could do like a solo dance, but like pairs, I'm not good at that shit.
That's why you take classes, bro.
Yeah.
It's kind of addicting, low-key.
If you enjoy it, yeah.
Yes, it is kind of addicting. That's why I go every weekend, basically.
And you're going to this weekend extravaganza.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to this weekend thing if I didn't enjoy it.
Well, I would hope not, because that's a lot of money to spend to do something you don't want to do.
Yeah, no, that would be crazy. And I bought the whole pass, full pass.
The whole pass. So what does that grant you?
It gives you access to all the classes during the day, all the socials.
Get any like exclusive merch or something?
No, it just gives you access to all the classes.
Oh.
Because you could have bought the social passes, like only go when you're socialing, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and that pass would be like $55 or whatever. Or you could buy just a Friday pass. That'll be like $35. I bought the whole thing, like all the classes. You add up all the classes, it's like 15, 16 hours of classes.
That's a lot of dancing.
No, maybe like 14 hours. And then you add up all the dance, it's like 28 hours total, the weekend.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's a lot of dancing, man.
A lot of fucking dancing. Yeah.
Make sure you ask for numbers. Because if you go 28 hours without a single number,
well,
I'm gonna be like, you can't be that bad.
More so in 12 hours. 12 hours.
Oh, okay.
Those are the social dancing.
12 hours is the social.
Yeah.
Okay, but still, you got the classes.
No, the classes are not the best time to socialize. You're there to learn.
Well, yeah, but like, what if you meet someone in the dance, and you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna dance with that person at the social. Boom, number.
Oh yeah, well, I guess you could socialize a little bit, but I'm not gonna be socializing like that, especially not at this event, because I'm really trying to learn and focus on what the instructors are saying.
You're focusing on the bag.
Yeah, like I could be like talking this girl up and shit, and like this guy's explaining all this shit, and I'm missing all of it. I can't have that. Like, if I really want to get good, I have to like really pay attention and learn, and hear his explanation.
Yeah, I respect the grind.
But the casual, like, oh yeah, what's your name? Like, oh yeah, like your dress, or I like your shoes, or I don't know what the fuck, compliment or whatever.
Yeah, small talk.
The small talk, that's all right, just not too much. If it's too much, you're gonna get distracted.
Yeah,
because it's happened to me where I'm taking a class and I'll just like straight up be having a full blown conversation, and the instructor will stop us and be like, yo, like, let's pay attention. Like, I don't want that to happen here, especially not here.
but yeah, spending the big bucks for this.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You want to take in everything.
Yeah.
We got 12 hours to get a number. Think you can do it?
Yeah, I did it last time, but it was kind of like, girl was married.
Wait, what? You got a number of a married chick?
Yeah, she was in one of my marketing classes. She's like, oh yeah, I recognize you. And I'm like, yeah, I recognize you too. She's like, oh yeah, I'm here with my husband. And I'm like, wait, girl, you're married? You're like 21.
Damn, that's okay. Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Honestly, dude, there was like this guy that I follow on Instagram that I knew from high school, and he was like a year younger than us, or 2 years younger than us, whatever it was. And so, obviously, like, he's out now, and he actually started a YouTube channel, and I just found it like the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And he posted a video where someone from their class got married, and I'm like, dude, you guys are a year younger than me, and y'all are getting married.
Yeah,
Like, what is going on? And that's just one of the people that I've noticed, like, people around my age getting married, and I'm like, dude, am I like behind?
Yeah, no, it makes you feel like, fuck, getting married.
Yeah, I know. It's just like
My friend was talking about, like, yeah, I might have kids in a few years. Like, dude, what? We just graduated college.
oh
Like,
my god.
a few years? You talking about like 25? I'm like, damn. Then all these thoughts started running through my head. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
Life's moving so fast.
I know. It's crazy. I can't. I don't know why, but just like I just think marriage is something for like when you're 28 or something like that. And so I'm like, yeah, I got time.
Late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then people my age, early 20s, are like, yeah, we're getting married. We're like, hey, I got the ring. Hey, we're having kids. And I'm like,
You have kids? Fuck.
yeah, like, dude, there's like this like one couple that I know that like they already have a kid. This other dude has like 2 kids already. I'm like, dude, what?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. It makes me feel like I'm behind, just like in life.
Well, those are anomalies. I mean, I'd say mainly people don't want to get married so young. And I would say those people that are getting married, they're either pretty religious or they're just weird. Like, not when I mean weird, not in a bad way. I'm just like,
Oh, okay.
Weird as
weird
in-
in a good way.
weird as in they're an anomaly. Like, they're not normal. They're not following the norm.
Okay. I think
It's
I got
those
that.
2 things. They're not following the norm, or they're religious. And they just like, because some religious people, like, they'll date like the first person that they ever meet, and like
Mm-hmm.
she's like the one, and they'll propose it to her, and then they get married.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, they don't even think about it. It's like, yep, she's the one. Let's get married. Boom.
Yeah. First person they see.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, that's not the norm.
Yeah.
That's like definitely not the norm. Like people be going through relationships like crazy, like 6-month relationships, 1-year relationships, 3-year relationships, whatever. Then they break off, find another person, and then they eventually find someone that sticks with them, but they don't get married. And they'll be like boyfriend and girlfriend for a while, and then they'll propose when they're like 28 or whatever. That is a little bit more normal. This whole thing of getting married at 20 or 21, yeah, that's nothing wrong with it, but you know.
Oh yeah, no. Props to them. Like, hey, congratulations. I'm glad you're happy.
People be buying
It's
houses
just,
and shit at like 21.
yeah.
They're like, what?
It's just like, that's weird to me because I just assume everyone's like in the same boat as me.
Yeah,
You
just
know?
going to college and stuff like that.
Going to college, student debt, you know, just trying to get my life together.
Yeah.
And these people are like, yeah, we already got it together.
Yeah.
We're moving up.
Yeah. We already got our shit together.
Yeah,
we already got kids on the way.
We're already buying stocks. We invested in Bitcoin. We got a house.
Well, the investing thing, I mean, you could really do that at any age. It just depends on how much money you have, though.
In my case, none.
In my case, it just depends on how many expenses you have, too.
Right.
I could theoretically invest half of my money, but why would I do that?
Yeah, I wouldn't. Even if I had a lot of money, I wouldn't invest half.
I would.
Half?
Just
Half
depends.
of your money.
If I had $1 million, I'd invest half of it. It depends on what, though.
Well, I mean, if I had $1 million, it depends. Like, if I had my current expenses and I had $1 million, I was gonna say I would invest it, but now I'm like, no. I probably would invest a little bit of it, but half, no. I feel like that's a little bit too much.
Depends on how much income you have, too.
Yeah.
Like, if you have... Like, if someone gave you $1 million today, but, like, your income is, like, 40,000, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like... You probably shouldn't be investing half of it.
Well, yeah, because also that $1 million has to be taxed.
Yeah.
Because that's technically income.
Yeah.
Someone gave you money.
Yeah, the thing is, people act like if they were to win the lottery and get like $1 million, like they won, it makes them feel like they're going to win $1 million every single year. And that's not the case.
Yeah.
It's just once.
Once in a lifetime experience.
Yeah.
And
so
it's probably 40% is going to get taxed. So
definitely 40%.
you probably that $1 million is actually 600,000.
Yeah. Like never to be seen again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that sucks. That's why people say taxation is theft for that reason. Because, like, nobody really knows what their money's going to.
I mean, income tax, I'd low-key say that's kind of fucked up. Because it's like, bro, I worked for that money. Why are you taking it from me?
State income tax you're talking about?
Just income tax in general.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many taxes on things. It's just like, you really need to tax the money I worked for?
Yes. You really need to tax a person for making a sale?
Yeah. It's like, dude, I went out and I busted my ass to make this $10. And now the government's like, well, I'm just gonna take a little bit of that. It's like, no.
I'm literally buying a soda at McDonald's, but you want a few more cents for
Yeah.
tax. Like, what the fuck? It's just a fucking soda. Just let me be.
Yeah, that's the shit I hate. I'm just like, bro, come on.
Yeah.
You didn't do anything. I did the work, and
Just
now you're taking my
money.
shit.
You're gonna spend it on some stupid shit.
But anyways, I don't want to get into like political taxes.
Or is, you know,
I mean, we could, but that's just not what this podcast is about.
I'd rather not. But anyways,
I mean, what if we started like a business podcast?
a business podcast?
Yeah, where we talk about business.
I'd be down for that. Okay, I want to tell my stories.
You want to tell your stories?
Yes.
Which stories?
The ones at the club, the strip club.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, then get ready for probably the horniest episode of Lion on Main.
Yeah, the juicy stuff.
This is what you came for. After how long have we been recording? For an hour and a half. You've been waiting for these stories. So
It's been like an hour 20. But
well, yeah, it's an hour 21. But
where do you want me to start?
Rounded. From the beginning. We want to know everything.
From the beginning. All right, I don't know.
I mean, I guess technically whatever you would consider the beginning to be.
The beginning to be, it was April 9th. Well, let's tell the story.
So we're going to the beginning.
Let's go back to April 8th.
Okay.
Maybe, was it a Thursday? I think it was a Thursday. Thursday. Let's say April 7th, just to be safe. Whatever.
Yeah. I don't know where you're going with this, but yeah, sure.
April 7th.
April 7th.
I'm hanging out with my friends. We're in this room. We're in this like little study room. We're just talking shit. Like, and my friend just comes out and he's like, "Oh yeah, what if we went to like Scarlett's and shit?" And I'm like, "What's Scarlett's?" And he's like, "Oh, it's a strip club." I'm like, "Where? In Miami?" He's like, "Yeah, it's in Miami." And I was like, I gotta check this shit out. And I was like, I'm going to West Palm Beach this weekend, but is there a way that we could like go there like right after, like on Saturday? They're like, no, like we gotta go tomorrow and whatever. For whatever reason, we actually made it work. I actually went down to my friend's house in Fort Lauderdale, and then we drove down to Miami.
Right.
We went to the strip club, and then I went to my thing in West Palm Beach on Saturday morning, and then I came back home Saturday night. So we miraculously made that work because it almost didn't happen. I'm glad it did work out because it was a good time. But when I first walked into the strip club, by the end of the night, I learned everything there is to know about what not to do at a strip club because I made every single mistake. Every single mistake.
Your friends didn't give you a list of what you should and shouldn't do?
So they did. Well, not really. They were just teaching me as the night was going on.
Oh, okay. Every mistake you made, they're just like, yeah, don't do that.
Well, no. Every mistake I learned on my own.
Oh.
And they didn't even really see it. Okay. I just kind of like, okay, now I know not to do that because that was fucking weird. Very simple. But when I first walked in, they're like $20 cover. I was like, $20 cover? What the fuck? It's expensive, man. What place do you go to that's $20? I've never been to a place with a $20 cover.
I mean, how much is Guilt? Is that 20?
It's like 15
Oh.
max.
I guess that's close.
Maybe 20.
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't even know the last time I went
like
there.
15, 10 to 15.
Yeah.
This place was 20. I was like, damn. It was a Friday night going into Saturday morning. We got there at 4:30 in the morning. That's number one. And, we walked in and I look at a distance and I was like, is that girl like fully nude? And I'm like, oh, this is that type of strip club. Like they get fully nude. I didn't know what to expect at a strip club. I was like, I thought they just take their bras off and that's it.
Yeah.
I didn't know like they just go all the way and like they completely naked. I was like, that girl's just straight up fully naked. I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like walking around like, yo, this is fucking crazy, dude. It's like just like in the GTA video games, bro. Straight up. Whatever you see in Grand Theft Auto, that's exactly what it's like. Straight
Really?
up. Way better. But just way better.
Just way better.
Yeah.
Was it like popping in that place?
It's
like
the
was there
same
a
vibe.
lot of
No.
people?
Pulling into the parking lot and just looking at the building, like spot freaking on to what GTA looks like.
Really? So, I mean, so it wasn't really a nice place, or was it? Or was it like a nice place?
It was a nice place, but when you're pulling in, I wonder if that strip club is actually like in the video game. Like it's based off that one. Because
I gotta look this place up.
apparently this is like the most popular strip club in Miami.
Oh, really?
It's called Scarlett's Cabaret.
There you go. Check out Scarlett's.
But I hope I don't mention any strippers' names. But
Just make up names like Sapphire
Sapphire.
or Chastity. You know.
Some of the names, you'll see. But
I'll see.
I'll explain something about the names.
Oh.
But I walk in and I'm like, yo, my friend's like, yo, let's go see some titties. And I was like, all right, let's go. He's like, oh yeah, dude.
It's like a fucking zoo. Hey, man, let's go see the titties. Let's go. Come on.
Oh man, and like we like walk inside and I'm like, dude, you got change? Like I want to throw some ones on her. Dude, my friend, he like pulls out like literally looked like he had like $200 in ones. Like, and he like pulls out like, yeah, here's $10. Like, there you go.
Dude, how fat was his wallet?
He probably withdrew something and like he just took a whole bunch of ones out. Yeah. But the first stripper I see, like, she is not that good looking, but I'm like super excited and I just like start throwing my money and I'm just like, don't give a fuck. Dude, I threw that $10 away in like 2 minutes. And I was like, all right, that was pretty fun, right? And I was like, fuck, I just wasted $10 just like that, you know? And I sit down and my friend was like, you know you could touch them, right? And I was like, excuse me? You could touch them? I thought that's not allowed at a strip club.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, you could touch them. And I'm like, prove it. And he comes out, he takes his own money, and he like starts like grabbing a titty or start grabbing her ass, and he's like, see, you could do it. And I'm like,
What?
so you're telling me I just wasted $10 throwing it on that girl, and I could have grabbed the titty or you know, could have grabbed her ass or anything? He's like, yeah, you pretty much. And I was like, that was a whole
$10 for
in
nothing.
my mind. I was like, that's a whole Chick-fil-A meal. I could have eaten out somewhere with that money, and I literally threw it on a girl that I wasn't even, you know, attracted to.
I just gave you my chicken sandwich deluxe. Come
Straight
on, man.
up, I just threw some food away right there. And you know, that was such a waste of money. But after that, I learned. They just said, #1 rule of the strip club: don't touch the pussy or the asshole. That's it. You could touch anywhere you want.
Right.
Probably not the face either. I wouldn't touch your face. That
also, that would be kind of weird.
Yeah,
if you
that
just,
would
like,
be kind of weird.
Grab
But
her face or something.
You could touch anywhere on her body. All good. And I was like, all right.
Damn.
So I did it. I was like, all right, this is pretty fun. now I was starting to have fun. I was like, all right, that's cool. That's cool. And this one black girl comes out, and she's literally like, she takes off her bra, and I'm just like, holy fuck. That was my initial reaction. I was like, holy fuck. Those are some nice ass titties.
Oh my god.
You know that Twitter meme? It's like, let me suck your titties, baby.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. That's all that was going in my mind. I was like, damn, that is crazy.
Yeah.
And she gets on stage and whatever. And she like starts doing all these pole tricks. And I'm like, how the fuck is she doing that shit?
You know, it's like crazy what like they can do on like a pole, you know?
Yeah. And then there's
like I've never been to a strip club, like I'll be straight up, but like I've seen like people try to show like pole dancing and stuff.
We gotta go.
We're going to Scarlett's.
We're going to Scarlett's.
The place from GTA.
For my birthday. You wanna go for my birthday?
Sure.
We can go this month.
But your birthday's not this month.
I'd rather not go this month though.
Okay, then we won't go this month.
I don't want to go this month because I don't want them to see me there. I'll be like, oh, this dude again.
Oh, you want to like space it out so like
Yeah,
they
like,
forget you,
yeah.
and then you can show up again. They
No,
think that
they
you've never
won't
been
forget me.
Oh,
But I don't want to. I don't want to make it seem like I'm gonna be a regular.
there. Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
no. Because they usually ask you like, what are you doing here? You know, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm here for my friend's birthday and whatever.
Right.
Like, there's usually a reason why you're in Miami,
Yeah.
and my reason was I'm here for my friend's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
The second time, which was like last week.
Right.
So, wait. Oh yeah, this shit happened last week. That's right.
Yeah.
A whole week ago. It feels like
Yeah.
3 weeks ago this shit happened, but this happened last week. But the original story, the first time I went was April 9th. And yeah, this girl, I tipped her like $5, like grab some ass and whatever. They don't like their titties grabbed. That's number one. You don't grab titties unless you've tipped them enough.
Unless you tip them enough.
Yes.
Okay.
And you don't reach, like, if she's at the edge of this, if she's like on the pole and you're like reaching for a titty and it's like really far away, you just don't.
Yeah.
If she's putting her ass near you, you grab ass. If she's putting her titties near you, you can grab titties. But if you're grabbing titties and like the titties like all the way on the other side, like don't do it. You know?
Yeah, that also kind of seems like simp level, like trying to reach across the stage.
Yes. We're going to get to that simp stuff in a minute. So, she had me like going crazy. I was like, damn, those are some nice ass titties. I was like, whoa. And she was like the whole package, bro. She was really pretty, nice titties, fat ass, thick thighs, save lives, all that shit. All that shit. And at one point in the night, there was this Cuban girl. She was like 30, maybe like 32, 33.
Mm-hmm.
She definitely had some plastic surgery for sure. She had fake tits, fake ass. The one thing with plastic surgery, what are your opinions on plastic surgery?
My opinions, like what do you mean? Do I like it or not?
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, I guess I'd say like I'm kind of like indifferent towards it. You know, just like if you want to do it, you can, and just whatever the results are, the results. You can either look better or you can look worse.
Here's my thing with it. If it looks fake and I know it's fake, I'm cool with that, but it's gotta like look good. That's the issue.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotta look good and it's gotta look almost natural. Like it can confuse you a little bit. You know what I mean? Because a lot of plastic surgery, they could totally fuck you up, like Kim K. Like I don't look at Kim K and I'm like, oh my god, her ass is so fat. No, I'm like, I want to vomit.
Damn.
When I look at Kim K. So there's levels to plastic surgery.
What about like
and it's
what's the other one? Like Kylie Jenner? Was she the only one that got like a lot of plastic surgery?
Yeah, but I think plastic surgery is only worth it for like boobs, really. Like a fake ass is like not worth it. There's so much risk also with that type of surgery. There's so many arteries you could hit and die. Like, yeah.
Yeah, you got arteries in your ass?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And if a girl just wants a nicer ass, just like do some squats or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, because I mean, dude, that's a muscle that you can boost. Like, dude, I could do squats and get a fat ass.
Yeah.
If I wanted to.
So like, just do that. Boobs, it's genetic. So like,
Yeah.
there's nothing really you can do about that. But
What about lips though?
Lips, I'm all right with lips. Same thing, same principle. Like they can be fake. It's just they just can't be like way too exaggerated and way too like fake looking and
Yeah,
way
because like
too.
some like look natural. And then there's others
Yes,
that
they
look like
have to look
looks like
natural.
balloons. You know?
They have to look natural and confuse you. Like, oh, those could pass for some real lips, but they're
Right.
not. You know, I'm all cool with that. And you know, plastic surgery on the face like Botox, that really all depends. Sometimes Botox can fuck up your face.
Mm-hmm.
It just really depends. I'm all about be as natural as you can, you know, lips, face, ass, whatever.
Yeah.
But if you want to,
Yeah, if you want to touch up.
I'm cool with that. Just it's got to look good though, because you could easily get it and look worse after, which is who would want to look worse after a procedure?
Yeah, I mean that's basically like what I'm saying. Like, if you want it, you can do it. Because I mean, like you're your own
But
person.
you got to make sure the result's going to be good. So you got to find a good doctor. You got to look at other, like, oh, show me some of your work. You know, do you think this will look good? Or what? You just got to make sure it's going to look good. You can't just go to some rinky-dink doctor who's going to fuck you up,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So, like, yeah.
Because I wouldn't want to look worse.
But
So,
this one girl, this black girl, no, I'll get back to her. This Cuban girl, she was
Okay.
like 32, 33, and should make up a name for her. Starts with a
I
B though.
you're saying her real name starts with a B.
Her stripper name,
Okay. So what are you saying that we should?
Brittany. Her name is Brittany. Whatever.
Okay.
That's her fake stripper
That's
name.
her stage name.
That's her stage name.
Okay.
That's not her actual name. I know her actual name.
Oh.
Her actual stripper name.
Well. Okay. Don't say it though.
Brittany is the fake one.
Okay. Got it.
So Brittany.
That's our made up name for her.
Brittany. I was like, damn, fat ass, big titties. All right, black hair. She's Cuban. She speaks Spanish. Oh my gosh, great.
Right.
My friends are like, oh yeah, you want us to bring her over? And I'm like, yeah, sure. She sits on my
Hey,
she sits
do
on my
whatever you
lap.
want. Bring her over here.
She sits on my lap and she's like starts seductively like, hey baby, you want a private dance with me? And I was like,
I was like, hell yeah, dude.
And I was like, sure. And she's like, oh, only one condition. It's got to be me and my friend. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm not about that.
You're not about a twofer?
I was like, no, I'm not about that. You know why? Because I didn't want to pay for both of them.
Oh, okay.
So you got to,
So
it's
you're a little
25. It's 25 for each dance. So if you have two, you're paying for 25 for both. So I was like, I got to pay for both of you. So just want to look at you. And because her friend was like,
Not really your type.
not really my type, but she was definitely. She's like, no, if you want to dance with me, you got to take out that wallet. And she's saying all this in Spanish, by the way. Saca la cartera.
So that's really getting to you.
Yeah. You already know, man. Spicy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I was like, no, I can't do it. It's whatever. And I didn't want my first lap dance to be with two girls. That would just be too much. Like, can I just get the original? You know, just one-on-one, you know? Could you imagine two girls for your first lap? It's too much. It's
That'd be
overwhelming.
a memorable experience, I guess,
It would be,
for your
but
first time.
I don't know. It was too much.
Too much money, too.
It's too much money, too. I didn't want to spend that much money. I was also under the impression, like, I'm not going to spend more than, like, $60. That did not happen. That did not happen. I think I already spent, like, $30. So I was probably going to go. I was going for, like, one dance.
Okay.
They're like, my friends were like, you got to go for at least one dance. And later in the night, the black girl came back.
Okay.
The one that was like, I was like, oh my gosh, she's got nice titties. She came back and I had $10 and I tipped her all the $10, and I was like slowly giving it to her, and it was an awesome experience, bro. She put her ass in my face and shit, like bare ass, like
Like boom, right in your
yes,
face.
like right in my face, like literally right there.
So did you grab?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
I don't know. The one shitty thing that I did that night with her was I would, with every dollar, with every touch, you tip $1, right?
Right.
So like you take $1, you grab her ass with the dollar or whatever.
Okay.
So the dollar, she was at the edge of the stage. The dollars would like fall at the edge of the stage, and it was like, so you see that little like where your phone is.
Right. Yeah.
Like let's say she has her knees like up on there,
Okay.
and the dollars are like falling where like your phone is, right?
Okay.
They're supposed to fall inside the stage, right? They weren't falling inside the stage. They were just falling like right there. So,
Okay.
and I was like right where the other seat is. So I was just like taking the same dollars.
No.
Yes, I was doing that. I was taking the same dollars and just like tipping her again. And she's out here thinking I'm tipping her a lot. I only did it a few times, like maybe 4 times. So it made it seem like I tipped her $14, but I only tipped her 10.
She's probably like counting in her head though. So she's like, okay, sweet. We're at $14.
No. I don't think so.
Then she comes to collect and she's like, what the fuck? There's only 10 here.
And then the last dollar, like I almost didn't want to give it to her because like the party was gonna be over.
Right.
Because like once you're done, once you don't have any more money, like you're done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you're not.
What are you going to do?
You're not gonna have any more ass in your face.
Yeah.
So she's like, she keeps on like twerking and shit. And I'm like, I think I earned that last dollar. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. And I give it to her.
Called you out.
And she's like, hey, you want a private dance? And I was like, let me think about it. And I look, I'm like, fuck. All right, let's do it. I was like, fuck it. And I did it. We go to the back and whatever. Bro, that shit was crazy. Like, it was crazy.
Like what happened?
Well, titties in the face. She got on top of me. You know, you like feel her from the back. And then I asked her, hey, can I suck on your titties? And she was like, you can't suck on my titties. I can only put them in your face and whatever. And I was like, all right, that's fine. Or whatever. That's cool. And she like gets up. She starts twerking. And I'm like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah.
And whatever. It's all good. And she's like, yeah, that's it.
So,
like,
so how long is it? Is a dance?
Like 5 minutes. It's one song.
Oh, okay. Oh, a song. So they play a song?
Yeah.
Oh. All right. It's one song, about like 5 minutes.
Maybe like 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
$25 though. Expensive.
So like what happens like when the song's over? She just like say, okay, you're done.
Well, that's when you pay. So you give her the $25.
Okay.
You might talk for a little bit, like, oh, it was thanks for the dance or whatever. She might give you a hug. You leave.
Did she give you a hug?
We were talking a little bit.
Oh.
There was a lot of small talk because I was telling her like, yeah, this is my first time at a strip club and blah blah blah, and bullshit. Like, oh, I'm from Orlando, whatever.
Right.
And yeah, I gave her a hug, or she gave me a hug, and I left. And I told her, yeah, I almost feel like paying for like a second dance. She's like, oh, really? I was like, yeah, but I don't want to spend so much money. She's like, well, then why did you come to the strip club? And I was like, yeah, you're right. But I just can't. I got to save some money. She's like, yeah, I understand. Then that's when we left. And that's when she gave me the hug and then like went on. And I went to my friends and I was like, dude, that was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
The next girl that I wanted to dance with, her name starts with an A. We'll call her Amanda.
Amanda. Amanda.
So we have Brittany and Amanda.
Okay.
Amanda, she comes out and she's on the stage, and I'm like, holy crap, bro, that girl looks good. And but she was a white girl, blonde hair, uh, really pretty. And I tipped her like $3, and I should have asked her like right there, like, yo, can I get a private dance with you? But I didn't do that. So she got off stage. She goes to the back. And I'm like, fuck, I gotta go after her. Dude, this is like, I go full on simp mode here. I'm like walking really fast to the back. And she's like halfway down the hallway. And I'm like, hey. And I was like, oh, dude. And I realized what I just did. I was like, I am such a fucking simp. I look like, I look so pathetic right now. You know? That was mistake number one. And she turns around and she's like, and she just keeps on walking. I was like,
she's like, I'm done. I'm going home.
I was like, fuck, I look so stupid. And I thought she would come back out. I thought she was, because a lot of times they just go to the back, they count their money, and they come back out. But it seems like she was like ready to go home.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I waited for her. She never came back out. And I was like, whatever. All right. Oof. So there was this other girl. It starts with an M. Mandy, whatever. Okay. Mandy comes out. And I was like, oh, she looks good too. White girl, brown hair, fat ass. Cool. Yeah. I got a private dance with her. She let me suck on her titties. And I was like, all right, let's go.
So they do allow it.
They do allow it. And I learned. And she had nipple piercings. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. And yeah, you know, the dance, it was pretty wild, pretty out there, but it was a good time.
She did some like exotic shit or something?
No, like I just mean she was more into it.
Oh, okay.
The other girl, what did I name the black girl? Her name starts with an N.
Yeah, you didn't name her. We just had Brittany, Amanda, and then now Mandy.
We could name her.
Said an N? Or do you not like that?
That's a little too close to the real name.
Oh shit. I was gonna say Natasha next, but I guess that's also kind of close.
Natasha's fine.
Okay, Natasha.
Is like really close to the real name.
Okay.
Like you just change a few letters. You could probably guess what it is. Don't say it.
I'm not gonna say it.
Natasha. Natasha.
Okay, Natasha.
So that was the end of that night. The last mistake that I made that night, right? I was feeling so generous, right? I pull out $1 out of my pocket, and I walk up to this one stripper, and I grab her boob.
With the first $1.
With just $1. And she was all like, okay, thank you. And my friends were like, dude, why the hell did you do that? Like, you were totally cool up until that moment. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, that was fucking stupid.
Damn.
That was fucking stupid, man. Because it was $1. If it was a 20, might have been okay.
Yeah, maybe.
It was $1.
Yeah.
So that was the most embarrassing moment of the night, for sure.
Was the $1 titty?
The $1 titty smack. It was a smack.
Oh.
Like straight up, I just like up on stage.
Oh my god.
It was bad. But those were my mistakes. I simped. I smacked a girl's titty. I tipped a girl $10 without even touching her. Yeah. And that was about it. The next time, that was last week.
This past week, okay.
Time of my life, bro. Time of my life.
Did you meet the like Brittany, Natasha, Amanda, or Mandy again? Or
so all the girls, I'm a little congested. All the girls that I didn't get a dance with the first time around, I got a dance with the second time around.
So even like the blonde chick that you simped for?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
you got a redemption.
So the Brittany girl, the Cuban girl,
Right.
I got a dance with her. And
Just the classic one-on-one?
classic one-on-one, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think she remembered me either.
Oh,
Which is
really?
good.
Okay.
And then the Amanda girl, got a dance with her too. That shit was kind of crazy. But there was this one girl that blew me away.
Another one that blew you away.
We'll call her Sasha.
Okay.
Sasha, bro. Sasha was the fucking girl of my dreams, bro. That girl was fine as fuck.
Did you get her number?
What? No. What?
Why not?
No, you do not ask. That's another rule. You don't ask for a stripper's number.
What if they like really like you?
That's another thing. The moment you start thinking that they like you, that's when you're fucked. They don't give a fuck about you.
So they don't have like a like meter
No.
like they do in GTA?
No.
And if they like
That's
you
all
enough,
bullshit.
you get their number?
That's all bullshit. Unless you have a lot of money and you're an attractive dude, usually
that's you, right?
No, the people that go to strip clubs.
Well, I'm trying to give you a compliment, but
Hey, she might think I'm attractive, but there needs to be something else, which is money.
okay.
So you need to have both. You need to be attractive and you need to have money. If you only have one of them, you're fucked. She doesn't give a fuck about you. So if you have a lot of money, but you're not attractive, she's only going to like you for your money.
Yeah. Okay.
And if you're willing to spend it. But if you're attractive and you have no money, I think that's worse because you don't have any money. She's there to work for money. So
well, yeah, I guess I see that.
So I don't know if she found me attractive or whatever, but I didn't have a lot of money. Now I did tip her. I'll get to the story. I see her, she like starts doing this crazy shit on the pole, and like she literally climbs the whole pole all the way to the top, and then she starts grabbing on like the little, like in the warehouse, like they have these bars on the top.
Yeah.
She starts grabbing on the bars at the top and she starts like swinging like she's on like some monkey bars or some shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? Like, how is she not scared? She could like fucking fall.
Yeah.
Dude, she was doing some acrobatics up there. I was like, what the fuck? This is crazy, bro. That girl is athletic as hell. Like, I don't even know how you could even do that. And I'm like, I was like the only guy doing that. And she goes back on the pole and like she slides like all the way down. I'm like, damn, that shit must hurt because you could hear like the squeak.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude. Then at this point in the night, I was extremely cheap with tipping since that first incident where I just like threw the money at that first girl.
Yeah.
The $10 and I just spent it. I was like, I am not tipping until I see a girl I like.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this was that girl, and I already spent all my money. Like the $10.
Oh, the $10. Okay.
The $10 that I got from the cover.
Mm-hmm.
Because I gave the girl a 20, and she gave me 10 back because the cover was only 10 this night.
Oh, okay.
So I had 10 ones.
They were having a sale.
No, it was like a different night too. It was like a Thursday going into a Friday. The first time I went, it was going from Friday to a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So Thursday to Friday is way different. It's $10. Friday to Saturday is $20. So I already spent my 10 ones, right? And this girl comes down the pole. She starts twerking, bro, and she gives me this like sexy ass wink. I was like, oh man, this girl's gonna make my heart melt, bro. She had like one of those winks where it's like, damn, you know?
No, I don't think I've ever had a girl wink at me.
You'd have to see it to believe it. Because this wink, will make you go crazy.
Okay.
And I was like,
you.
oh, okay, all right. It's just those little things. A wink here and there, dude, goes a long way.
Yeah.
I didn't have any money to tip her, but she goes off the stage. I knew immediately I'm going to get a dance with her. Immediately.
Mm-hmm.
She goes to the back, and I was like, fuck, is she leaving? Don't tell me. This is deja vu.
Yeah.
She's going to go to the back, and she's going to leave. Dude, thank God she came back, bro.
She came back.
Thank God she came back. She came back. She got all dressed and shit. Immediately, the moment I saw her, I had to make sure it was her. Because a lot of these girls, like, they look similar. Like, they're wearing, like, similar hairstyles.
Okay.
And similar, like, bikinis and shit. But I tried to make sure it was her. I was like, is that her? And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's her. And I went up to her and I was like, hey, can I get a private dance? And she was like kind of like shocked that I kind of approached her for it.
Right.
And she's like, yeah, let's go. And, dude, crazy.
How many did you get? How many dances?
We'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
The first one was like, it was kind of meh, but before the dance even started, she's like, oh yeah, what's your name? I'm like, oh yeah, my name's Milton. Like, what's your name? She's like, what was the name I said? Sasha, yeah. Sasha. And I shook her hand and she's like, oh, you're so formal and whatever. And she's got like this like stripper voice, if you want to say.
Yeah. Okay.
The seductive stripper voice. And, you know, I asked her like, hey, do you mind if I like, you know, suck on these or whatever? And she's like, oh, you want to suck on my titties? And she starts she starts giggling about that. You want to suck on my titties? And I was like, yeah. But she's like, you could suck on the left one. And I was like, what do you mean? Why just the left one? It's like, oh, because this piercing on the right is kind of bugging me.
Okay.
So like, you got to be careful.
Yeah.
But the left one is okay. And I was like, all right. Now that I think about it, I should have said like, the left titty looks better anyways, just like to make a joke.
Yeah. I guess,
I wasn't that witty enough to come up with that at the moment. But she starts doing her thing, dude. 12 out of 10 body. 100%. She's
12 out of 10.
Light skin, black, wavy hair. I think it's a weave. I'm not really sure. Beautiful eyes. Her tits weren't like, I don't think they were fake. They were real. Okay. And they were like medium, but they weren't huge by any means. They look really good.
Okay.
Ass, 10 out of 10. Slim waist. Like really petite at the top. Like.
Were the thighs saving lives?
Thighs were saving lives. Thick at the bottom. Like thigh high boots. I was like, this is crazy. This is crazy.
So Sasha was this dream girl of yours?
Yes. I got stuck on a titty. Her left tit.
The left one.
The left
one's
only the left
all
one.
For you, man.
The left one was all great.
Tasty's titty.
And she would get up, she would twerk and whatever. I'm like, can I see that left tit again? She's like, oh. And she starts dying. It's like, oh yeah, you can see it. And yeah, that was fun. That first dance was okay. That wasn't the best dance. The second dance, this is where the story gets really crazy.
Uh-oh.
The Cuban girl. Dude, this girl is
like Brittany from the other trip?
Brittany.
Okay.
Dude. She's like trying to like seduce the guys around the stage like, "Hey, you want a private dance?" And she seduces them like by like rubbing their hair and shit. Like rubbing like their shoulders and like massaging them and shit.
Right.
And I go up to her before she even tries to seduce this one dude. I'm just like, hey, can I get a dance with you? She immediately stops what she's doing. She grabs my hand and she like starts walking me to the back. I was like, all right, let's do this. I was like, I had no idea what I was in for. And I told her, like, I kind of knew she was kind of going to be kind of wild. So I was like, yo, this is my second time at a strip club. Like, can you go easy on me? Because
Right.
I already knew, just like the way she was, I was like, this girl is gonna like do some crazy shit on me. Like,
Right.
she's gonna do like, I don't know. So I was like, yeah, I'll go easy on you and whatever, bro. She starts like hopping on the couch. She puts her ass in my face, like literally, like. And dude, she starts twerking, and my head starts going like this. And bro, she's like at a point of like trying not to laugh, like she's trying to like be professional and shit.
Right. Right.
And I'm trying to be like kind of keep a straight face, and I kind of like let a little laugh go. I was like, what the fuck? It was crazy, bro. Like she's like, you gotta hold on to me, I'm gonna fall. And because she's like at the edge, like imagine she has her feet here.
Right.
Like, you gotta hold on to me. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. I'm sorry. We're talking in Spanish, by the way. So like, I hold on to her and whatever, and she like continues to twerk and whatever, and like she moves on, and like she gets on my lap and whatever, and she's like, whatever. I'm like,
Like she was doing that shit to you?
no, like to her own titty. She's
Oh,
like,
okay. Gotcha. Okay.
playing around with me. And she's like, no me muerdas. And that means don't bite me. And I was like, oh, she's inviting me to suck on her titties. And I start doing that. Dude, this girl had huge fake tits that looked really nice. Bro, that was crazy.
That's how she invited you, was saying don't bite me in Spanish.
Don't bite me.
Damn.
Because I was looking at it,
Right.
like, kind of like signaling, like,
yeah,
yeah.
you're giving the eye like, I want those.
Yeah.
You know?
And she let me do it. I was like, cool. That was dope. She went back with the ass in the face, and I realized they had like these mirrors on the side,
Right.
and she she did the little like twerk thing on my face again. And I'm like grabbing her titties like from the front, and I'm looking at the side, and she sees I'm looking at the side, and she smiles and shit. And at this point I wanted to die of laughter, man, because this shit had me dying. I was like, how do you keep a straight face during all of this? This is like fucking hilarious, and at the same time like fucking awesome, I'm like, this is such an awesome time, and we continue to talk, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm a nurse, I work here in Miami. I'm like, oh, she's a nurse?
Nurse?
Yeah, definitely want her to be my nurse for sure. But and we continue to talk and whatever, just a little bit. I pay her for the dance, and he's like, wait, give me a kiss. And I give her a kiss on the cheek and whatever, and we give her a hug. I give her a hug, and that was a good time. Definitely, if we were to go to Scarlett's, you gotta get a dance from her.
From Brittany?
Yes. The one thing after that dance, I was kind of worried, bro, because like,
You're like, what was Sasha thinking?
no,
about this?
her ass was like all over my face.
Yeah.
Like her shit, like pussy and asshole, like right here, like
Yeah.
making contact.
Yeah.
She wasn't. She had like a thong in between, but like still.
Yeah, but still.
I'm like, she's got an STD, dude. I'm fucked. You know what I mean?
You didn't think of that before?
I was thinking about it while it was happening, but I was like, fuck it, bro. Like, I don't give a shit. But I hope they have some sort of STD policy where like they have to test these girls. I don't know.
Probably, right?
I don't know.
You would think.
I don't know.
I mean, if you're in that line of work, right? It feels like something that...
Sasha did kind of have like a little something on her. I don't know if it was like a mark or a bruise. I don't know what the fuck, or a hickey. I feel like she had a hickey on her ass. I don't know. I don't know what that was about.
Maybe her man likes to suck her ass or something. I don't know.
But yeah. After that, blonde girl came around, and she's like sitting down, and after that dance with like Brittany, I was like, dude, Amanda's sitting there. I saw her last time. She went to the back. I fucking yelled out her name. I'm hoping she doesn't remember me.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, can I get a private dance with you? And she's like, oh yeah, I gotta use the bathroom and I'll be back. I'm like, okay, great. I'm gonna get her fresh out the bathroom.
Yeah. That's just what I was thinking. I was like, that's kind of I wouldn't want to get a dance right after that.
Yeah. So she's like, yeah, I'll come looking for you after I'm like done. But she never came looking for me. But I did see her again.
Yeah.
And I went up to her again. I'm like, so are you ready for that dance? She's like, and she smiles. She looks to her friend. She's like, oh, so this guy really does want it, right? He really wants that dance. And
she was testing you.
Bro, she stands up, dude. Bitch was tall, bro. Bitch was tall. Like a good 2 inches taller than me in heels. She was wearing heels. Like, they're like 5-inch heels.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was the first comment I made. I was like, damn, you girl, you're tall, bro.
Yeah.
She's like, it's the heels. And I'm like, still, you're pretty tall. Like, you take those heels off, like, I'm just a little bit taller than you.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was kind of hot that she was tall.
Oh, did my camera die?
I don't know.
Yeah, it probably did. But we still got the audio going.
Yeah. That's how the video's gonna end. Just with my face to the side.
Well, I mean, I'll probably put something over it instead. Like, I'll cut it like right when it cuts and then puts like the logo up or something.
How long have we been going? Almost 2 hours.
2 hours and 8 minutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
We've been talking here for 2 hours and 8 minutes. Wow, that's long.
Yeah.
I guess we have a natural ability to do a podcast together, right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, we do the thing. Dude, this was like the worst dance out of the 5 girls that I've had dances.
This was the worst one.
The only reason is because she kind of smelled down there. That was the only reason. She like sat down on my lap and whatever, like with her legs open. Yeah, and
yeah,
dude, and like the smell from her coochie. Ooh, damn. Like, it wasn't unpleasant, but like you could tell like something wasn't right.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if it was like sweaty or it was fishy. I just didn't know what I was smelling. I was like, damn, this girl
definitely
kinda,
fishy.
I was like, this girl kind of smells a little bit, but she's got an amazing body though. So I'm like, all right.
So like, hey, you know, maybe
I'm like,
I'll
all right.
live with it.
yeah, it's fine. Like, great ass, pretty face. And I asked her, hey, can I suck on your titties? And she was like pretty flat. Like, she had like almost borderline bug bites. So I was like, she's like, oh, I'm not really into that. And I was like, okay, this really is gonna be a bad dance.
Yeah.
Because she kind of smells. She got small titties, and she won't even let me suck on her. So I was like, all right, this is gonna be a bad dance. Even though she's like really hot.
Yeah. I
was like, you know, we did our thing. Her dance was kind of lame. She turned around, she twerked a little bit, whatever. I was like, all right, that's cool. And I was like, that was my last dance? Like, damn, that was kind of lame. You know, even though, like, she was hot. Like, she was one of the hotter girls there. I was like, whatever. Bro. Fucking just released her name.
Don't worry, we'll block it out.
Sasha.
Sasha.
What time? How?
I'll be doing. I'm gonna have to listen through the whole thing, and
you're gonna watch the whole podcast again.
Well, yeah. I mean, I have to make sure everything looks and sounds right. Everything goes smoothly.
All right,
I have to do that for like
least,
every episode.
At least know where it was. Around 2 hours and 8 minutes. I reveal her name by accident. Sasha. Sasha.
Sasha. That's her name, Sasha.
Yes, not the other one. You know her name now. Sasha was there, and I was like, damn, should I get another dance? She's just sitting there. She's just chilling on her phone and whatever. She's just looking down. And like a little simp, I was like, all right, let's go up to her or whatever. I go up to her and she's like, oh. She's like, oh, yeah, what's up? She's like, yeah, can I get another dance with you?
Yeah.
She's like, oh, yeah, you want another dance? And I was like, yeah, all right. So we go to the back again. Dude, this is where shit gets real. I was like, this dance was fucking worth it.
Yeah.
Like, so we continue to talk shit and whatever. And she starts like, since this is my second dance with her, she starts like giving me like a nicer dance.
Mm-hmm.
Like she starts getting like closer to me and whatever. She starts like rubbing on my leg with her ass. I was like, what? Because I think the first dance is kind of like a beginner dance. Like, you know, they want more. They want more money, so they just give you like a simpler dance, right?
Okay. Yeah.
The second dance and the third dance and the fourth dance, like they get progressively like, you know,
Yeah.
whatever. You also don't want it to be like too much, because then it's like all right, you're going a little too hard, you know, whatever.
Okay.
But the first dance is usually like not that bad. Like they'll like grind on you a little bit, but like she was like giving me a good time. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And she's like, yeah, let me see that left titty again. And she starts laughing again. She's like, oh, I like how you know it's my actual left titty, and you're not saying my right titty. Because like from my view, it's her right titty, but it's her left titty.
Yeah.
And no, man, it was a good time with her. But she was teasing me towards the end, like kind of like taking it away. Like she wasn't grinding on me anymore. I was like, and the song went by like that, bro. Like it literally felt like it was done in like 2 minutes.
Time flies when you're having
and
a good
I was
time.
like, shit, that song went by so fast. I feel like paying for another one. I'm like telling her this. She's like, it's whatever you want to do. Let me check if I have enough money for a second one. She's like, yeah, I do. And I was like, let's make this a $35 dance. And she's like, the $35 dance is the same. It's just in a different room.
Okay.
And I was like, really? I thought you like take off your panties or whatever. Like, she's like, no, we don't do that. We just take you to a even more private room, because the private room is like, there's like a wall in between, and there's like another couple, like a stripper and a dude there.
Oh, okay.
There's like a wall in between, but like it's not really private. Like the private room would be like, it's just you and her like in the room.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And sometimes it is that way, and there's nobody on the other side of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
But she was just telling me it's the same thing. Like, don't even waste your money. I was like, all right. I don't know if she was lying to me. I don't know if I noticed she didn't even take off her panties the whole night. So I don't know if she didn't want to take it off or whatever.
Yeah.
Cause
maybe not.
Because my friends told me like a $35 dance means she takes off her panties and she's bare naked. That's literally all the difference is. So I don't know if she didn't want to take it off or whatever. I don't know. Because I swear to God, I did not see her fully naked the whole night. The whole night she was wearing her underwear. The whole night.
Then I guess she just didn't want to take it off.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no. The whole night she didn't take off her underwear at all. But the third dance, pretty much the same as the second dance. I was like, this shit was awesome. I paid her, and I left, and I was like, yeah, I got like $5 more, but are you gonna get back on stage? She's like, yeah, I'm gonna get back on stage. And I was like, yeah, that $5 is for you. I'll tip you when you get up. And so she gets back up, and she does that wink again. I was
Yeah.
like, yo, doing that fucking wink again. And I, you know, do my little tips and whatever. And that was the end of it. This is where I start getting a little simpish. And, you know, you start feeling like, oh, maybe she likes me or whatever. Dude,
Yeah.
big fucking trap. Big trap. That's like rule number 2 of the strip club. If you start feeling that she likes you, tell yourself she fucking hates you and turn around. Don't be a simp.
I don't know what you do, man.
Well, it wasn't that bad, but I started asking like, so yeah, your name is like Sasha, right? She's like, yeah. So yeah, it was nice meeting you. But I don't have any more money, so like I think I'm done. I don't want to take any more of your time. She's like, yeah, I'll come talk to you like after I'm done up here. I was like, oh. I was like, okay.
Hey, there you go.
I think I sat too far away from her because she never came up to me.
Oh, damn.
Like I don't know if she lost me because like the stage was like all the way down there, and I probably sat too far away for her to see me or whatever. But as I'm leaving, I'm hoping this didn't creep her out. Like I'm like, yo, I'm leaving. Like it was nice dancing with you. And I asked her like, what days are you here? Like, are you here on Fridays and Saturdays? Or she's like, yeah, I'm usually here on Fridays and Saturdays every weekend. And I was like, are you gonna be here in June? and she was like, see you soon, because she thought I said see you soon. And I was like, no. I was like, are you gonna be here in June? She's like, oh yeah, I'll be here in June. She's like, yeah, all right. So I'll see you later or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I go in and give her a hug, right? I go in and give her a hug. I was like, I'm looking like a simp. So I'm like, I'm leaving. I was kind of awkward about it too.
Yeah.
And it was kind of whatever. But so I leave and whatever. And I go with my friends. We go home and whatever. And the next night, my friend wanted to go back to that club and go to the strip club. And I see her there. And I didn't pay any cover. He paid for my cover. So I paid $0 that night. I see her there and like I wave to her. And she's like waving back to me. And I sit down, but I didn't want to bother her because I didn't want to spend any money. And I was thinking about what I did last night. I was like, I gave her a hug and whatever. And I sat down. But I also have just the worst staring problem, bro. I was like, I would just like look over and just see her. Because she's like, looks so fucking good, right?
I feel like that's kind of a thing with a lot of dudes.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It comes out, that's the reason why I felt so uneasy about the whole thing, is because I would look at her and then she would catch me staring at her. And that made me feel really uneasy.
Yeah.
Because she caught me staring at her. And that just did not make me feel good. Like, it made me feel like a creep.
Yeah. No, definitely.
So even after she has caught me staring at her multiple times, even then I went up to her and I gave her a hug and said goodbye. That is what made me feel uneasy. And I thought about that afterwards. And I was like, oh, I'm hoping I did not come off as a creep after doing that. You know? And so I waved to her when I saw her again. And I thought about like getting another dance with her, but I didn't have any plans to spend money. And I just waited like a good hour. She was there for like an hour in. And I'm just watching the girls at the pool. I'm not tipping anything. And I also felt bad because I didn't want to spend any money. It's kind of rude to not tip while you're near the stage. But there's really not a lot of seats. You either have to be sitting at the stage or at the bar. And the bar is like full. And the stage always has a few seats. So I was like, I guess I'm sitting at the stage. But these girls aren't getting any money from me. So like, you know.
Yeah, that's kind of
so
weird.
She's just sitting in the corner. She's just sitting in the corner like on her phone like the whole time. you know, just chilling.
Yeah.
And I'm like constantly looking back, oh, like, is she still there? Like, you know, because like,
is she gonna come over here, or
yeah,
what's going on?
I was hoping she would come up to me and like, you know, what's up and whatever. She didn't really do that. She didn't do that at all. But at one point, she's just totally gone. She's just like totally gone. And I was like, wait, where'd she go?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh fuck, I'm not gonna be able to get some dances with her this time. And I start asking the bouncer like, yo, where did that girl go? And
Oh no.
and I said her name. She's like, oh yeah, if you tell me her name, like I could probably like check if she's still here. And she's like, oh yeah, they're not. And he's like on his like earpiece. He's like, oh yeah, they're not responding. But like you could go to the back and like ask them like directly. And they told me like, oh yeah, Sasha's gone. Like she left a little while ago. And like, what about Brittany? Like Brittany's not here either. And like, yeah, Brittany actually left early today. I don't know why. I was like, oh damn. So I'm really not gonna spend any money tonight.
Yeah.
Because that's one of my rules at going to a strip club. You don't spend money on girls that you do not like or that you find attractive, because that's just a waste of money. Because my friends, I had one friend, like the ugliest bitch. Like she would come up to him.
Damn.
She would come up to him and she's like, oh, you want a private dance? She's like, and you would just go. I'm like, dude, what? That was a waste of money, in my opinion.
I don't know. Maybe he found her attractive.
He said he didn't, but he did it anyways. And I was like, dude, why would you do that? Why would you waste your money on a girl you didn't find attractive?
Yeah, it almost seems like that you probably wouldn't enjoy it then, right?
I don't know.
I mean, unless you're just a huge horn dog, it doesn't matter. You just want titties in your face.
Yeah.
I guess then you don't really care. But I don't know. I feel like if you don't find them attractive, then like you're not really gonna enjoy it. 'Cause you're just like, yeah, you're not ready to do anything for me.
Yeah. I mean, overall, I think I sent a friend my rules for the strip club. I'm gonna pull it up.
Oh, you made a list?
Yeah.
I feel like we gotta wrap this up soon because I'm afraid the audio recorder is gonna die.
Yeah,
It's on like 1 bar of battery left.
That's cool. I'm gonna say these 10. These 10. Does it save it, even though?
What?
Does it save it even though it dies?
I have no idea. I've never had it die on me.
Okay, we'll wrap it up.
So you're gonna give us the list of do's and don'ts at a club, or the 10 rules of the club, or whatever?
Yes.
All right. Well then, I'll probably wrap up the episode then, so people know the rules, and then we let them out into the world. Now you know what to do. Unless you don't have the rules.
I do have the rules. I know they're here.
Yeah, so I guess I'm just gonna talk a little bit. Okay.
Rule number 1, don't tip a girl unless you like her or find her attractive. Rule number 2, you can grab with every dollar you tip, but don't grab a titty unless you've tipped her $5. Rule number 3, if a girl says, it's me and my friend for a private dance, tell her I only want you, and if she says no, then ditch her. You are paying for both if you say yes. Number 4, never chase a girl and come off as desperate.
That's
Number 5, don't be afraid to tell a girl to slow down if she's grinding too much. Or you can tell her to hover if you don't want her to grind as much. You can actually bust by accident because you can get blue balls. You don't want any of that.
Yeah, that'd be kind of embarrassing.
Rule number 6, I recommend tipping a few dollars and then asking for a dance right away. That way you're enjoying more dances than wasting your money on tips. Rule number 7, you have the option of a $15 dance in public, $15 lap dance, $25 dance in private, panties on, or a $35 dance in private, panties off. Rule number 8, if you want to suck on her titties, I would ask. Or unless you want to be ballsy, don't ask.
I would definitely ask. I'll amend that rule. Definitely ask.
A lot of the girls have pretty sensitive boobs, so you shouldn't grab too hard or suck on them too hard. And that's pretty much about it. Those are all the stupid mistakes that I've made. And this guide is pretty useful. And this is the real number one rule. Don't grab her pussy or her asshole.
You're right. Number one rule.
That is the number one rule.
Remember
you could
that.
grab anywhere else. And these rules are only for the strip club that I went to, which was the Scarlett's Cabaret. It wasn't in Miami. It was near Miami.
Okay. So technically it wasn't in Miami.
These rules do not apply to Rachel's here in Orlando. Because I don't think you're even allowed to touch. So
I have no idea. Never been to a strip club ever. So
you definitely don't want to go to Rachel's.
All right. Well, so you guys know, don't go to Rachel's. Those are the rules. So yeah, I guess we'll wrap it up because, like I said, I'm afraid this shit's gonna die. Plus, we're coming on to 2.5 hours. So
Pretty good.
yeah, I think it was pretty good.
I can be on Joe Rogan one day, talk for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so whatever you guys are listening to this on, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow, and leave a review. That really helps me out a lot. Follow me on social media at RealJLions and at Lion on Main on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, don't forget to check out my main channel, J Lions. It'll be linked in the description. And yeah, that's been my podcast episode with my guest, TastyBeats,
TastyBeats.
giving you the do's and don'ts at the club. Strip club, that is. All right. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Love you. I don't know. Do I?